this class also we will discuss some numerical. Okay. So this is the question. So what is there that we will find out the differential entropy. Okay. So basically a random Gaussian variable x vector is there and the corresponding elements of the vector equal to x1, x2 and xn. So and all the vectors quantity or elements are independent with the mean of mi and variance of bi square. Okay. So we need to show that the differential entropy for the vector is given by this. We have to prove that, and after that we have to find if all the elements have the same probability. In that case, what should be the differential entropy? Okay. So how to solve it? So basically, first, the differential entropy of a random variables is independent of its mean. To evaluate the differential entropy for a Gaussian vector x consisting of the component, already I told that x1 to xn, simplify the same. Our task is to by mean we have to consider the 0. By setting the mean of x equal to 0, under this condition, we may express the joint probability density function of Gaussian vector x. What is the joint probability density function for that Gaussian? So joint probability density function for the Gaussian vector x, f of x this equal to this. So this is the expression for the Gaussian vector. Yes or no? What is the Gaussian expression? Do you remember that Gaussian expression? Okay. So now in this expression, we have that the probability density function we got. Okay. And now we have to find out the differential entropy from there. So if we take the logarithm of this, what it will give? If we take the log, so basically what will happen? This exponential, and with respect to, we are taking the logarithm with respect to e. So in that case, what we will get? The log 2, we are taking with respect to log 2. Okay. So then log 2 f of x, left hand side, log 2 f of x. Now if we take the logarithm of 2, what should be this term, the right hand side? Note down and tell me.
Hello, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, in the first term, I think there will be one minus. That minus.
Minus is missing over there. I was looking
Yes.
for that. There should be a minus because 1 by x is there, so it will be minus log 2 base x. And this term will be a plus, but since there is a minus is there in this expression, so basically there will be a minus. I will put that. Okay. So somehow is I missed. Okay. So this term, the all the variance terms into log 2 base e. Okay. So now if we simplify that expression, means suppose if we want to find out the entropy of x, means differential entropy. So differential entropy expression, what is the expression for the differential entropy? H of x equal to integration of f a means probability density function into log of 1 by probability density function. Okay. So now in that case, there are many terms. So that means when we, since there are n number of vector element is there. So what we are doing, we are taking the integration for each vector element So we'll get the expression this. That is equal to your, the minus signs is basically comes because if you see the differential entropy, the expression h of x, that's equal to integration of probability density function f x x and log of log 2 base 1 by probability density function, that is your f x x. Okay, so now since I have removed, change that denominator, so that the minus term will come. Okay, that is the your differential entropy. Now if we put these two f of x over there, and we have these two terms, f of x, the probability density function, as well as the log 2 base of probability density function. Now if we put there, so what we'll get for the first term, tell me. So initially we have not put the value of the probability density function for fxx. This one we are not replacing. At the first stage, what we are doing, we are replacing the log 2 base f of x x. Okay, this term is, this equation is using over there. So now that means this term, it is a constant term. There is a no variables, so we can take it outside. And you see this minus, and since there was a minus, minus will be cancelled. Okay, is it okay now? So
Yes,
that
sir.
this minus and this minus will be cancelled. So this term is there. This is the your constant terms. So this constant term integration of f of x, this, and you see this f of x is multiplied with these two terms. Since we replace that term, so we can write first term equal to this, and the second term what will be there? In the second term, log 2 base e, which is a constant, we can take out this, and the this value inside the parenthesis into f of x dx. Now we know that the summation of the probability density function equal to 1. Okay, so that's why we have considered that this is this value equal to 1, already we know, and this is the equation for the variance of the given probability density function. Okay, so that means now if we replace that terms, these two terms, this equal to 1 and this equal to sigma I square. So what we will get? We will get h of x, that's equal to log 2 base 2 pi n by 2 sigma 1 sigma 2 this plus n by 2 log 2 base e. We are getting this term or not? So first term there will be no change, whatever the value is there, it will be there. So first term there is a no problem, we are getting the same. Now for the second terms, okay, so for the second terms what will be there? N by 2 log 2 base e, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now if we can we write the first term like this? Ajay, how we are getting this term? Is there any doubt? The second terms, how we are getting this term from there using this expression? Is there any doubt? Are you getting my question? The second terms n by 2 log 2 base e, that terms we are getting from this second terms. Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, because the reason is that since this integration over there, when we are multiplying, what will happen? This sigma square, there will be a sigma 1 square will come, and this sigma 1 square and this sigma 1 square, it will be cancelled. So basically, what we will get? Log 2 base e 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus up to n terms. So if we add n terms of 1 by 2, so it will be n by 2. That's why it is written the n by 2. So this first term we can write in this way. Yes or no? So now if we simplify that expression, how we can write? Means what we can write? Simplify means if we take, this is the n by 2 in the over there, before the log 2 base e, we can take n by 2 before that term log to this. So this expression will be n by 2 log 2 base 2 pi this term plus n by 2 log 2 base e. Now if we take n by 2 common from these two terms, and if we merge these two terms into the single term, means log of x plus log of y. So what we will get? We will get n by 2 log 2 pi e sigma 1 square sigma 2 square up to sigma n square whole to the power 1 by n. This is the terms. So this is, we need to prove that terms. If you look at that question, that is the one, this expression we need to prove over there. Yes or no? What was the question? First question. We need to prove this from. So the differential probability in this condition, the differential probability is this, equivalent to this. We need to prove it. So we already got that terms. Yes. Okay. So now, what does Asex reduce to if the variance equal, all are equal? So when the variance for all the elements are equal, in that condition, what will happen or what we will get? So now, since these terms of variance are equal, that means we can replace by the sigma square. So that means we can write this whole term, that means whatever the terms over there, that is equal to sigma square. Yes or no? Can we write this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is no doubt. Okay, so good. Now what we are doing, we are just replacing those value by the sigma square over there. So sigma square into n term, that means it is sigma 2n sigma to the power 2n by 1 by n. So n will be cancelled, so only sigma square will remain. So now if we replace that value over there, what will get? That h of x, the differential entropy of x, h of x equal to n by 2 log 2 base 2 pi e sigma square. So that is the final expression we will get when all the vector element, Gaussian vector elements have the equal variance. Okay. So now any doubt?
So do we need to remember the expression of f of x? Small.
F of x. Okay. That thing is that f of x means the probability density function of this one.
This f of x, first one. This.
That one is the basically you have to remember, because a simple thing is that what should be the probability density function for a one random variable. So basically for the single random variable, you see what is the probability density function. So probability density function basically, what is the probability density function for a single variable? Gaussian probability density function for the Gaussian vector. Gaussian expression, what is this? Check. You have to remember this thing. A probability density function. So that is the general term. And so if you see when there are 2 or 3 terms, basically that time we are multiplying. Okay. So you have to remember the probability density function for some special case of special type of function, basically like your Gaussian distribution, then uniform distribution, some distribution. You have to remember those function. Is that clear?
These functions are in the slides. Are they in the slides?
This function I think is there, that when I discuss the, let me check. Okay, it is there in the Gaussian entropy. When I discuss the differential probability function, so that is there. That is this Gaussian distribution C. So this is the Gaussian distribution. Okay. Now in this case, what we are doing when there only one variables, random variables here. When there are multiple number of variables, what will happen? So we will multiply those terms. Okay. So now if n number of this term is multiplied, what will get? And one thing is that already consider the mean is 0. So mu is the mean is 0. So if we put the mean equal to 0, it will become x square by 2 sigma square. Now if we look that expression over here, what is there? X1 square by 2 sigma square. And now since n terms you are multiplying, so the first terms will power will be 2n, and e to the power x into e to the power y. That's mean e to the power x plus y. Are you getting my point? So now if you multiply n number of the right hand side terms in equation 67, what we will get? This is the Gaussian distribution function for a single variables, random variables, where mu is the mean or sigma square is the variance. Okay. So if we multiply such random variables, n number of such random variables, then all the terms will be multiplied. Okay. So we'll get the final expression. Similar, I think for, let me check, it is there or not. Gaussian variable is there. But normal distribution function is not there. Okay. Gaussian distribution expression is there. For normal distribution, you have to study from some books or some uniform distribution. Uniform distribution I hope also there. It should be. Let me check uniform distribution. Uniform distribution also is there. So this is the probability density function for the uniform distribution. Okay, so you have to remember those things.
So when do we have to set them? In this example, we set the mean to 0. Now, how do we know that we have to set that?
Because if see that the question it is given that independent with the mean. So since they are independent, okay, so differential entropy that independent of its means, already in the question is given the xi are independent with the mean mi. So when that term is there, that means we are setting the mean is 0. Is that clear? Means when they are independent with, and if it is mentioned something else, then we have to consider But if it is not mentioned and they are independent, then we can consider this specific for the means, your means value equal to 0. Okay. Because you see, if we do not take the mu value is 0, then definitely, as I told, we need to consider mu1, mu2 like this, because the variance mean for the different random variables will be the different. So that means, suppose if we consider for x1, the variance equal to mu1, mean equal to mu1 and variance equal to sigma 1 square, and x1 is the input. So that means the complexity will be there. And since we are independent, this thing, and you see, some case, if it is not given, in that case, you can consider it is 0. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. And in that we are doing multiple integration. So means we are integrating with respect to xi now, means dx should be dxi should be there instead of dx.
Dx in the over here. The thing is that dx, n number of dx time is there. This integration. So basically, the n number of dx is there, and which normally it's not exactly you say that dxi, it is n number of dx. So basically, what you can do, so I just write a single dx. Basically, definitely you see, if there is a n number of integration is there, so that means there should be the n number of dx term. So to avoid those things, we just consider the single value. So if you want, you can write the n number of dx. There is no problem. Is that clear? You can see in the mathematics, I think sometimes we use means when there is a single dx is there and many number of integration is there, it's indicating the all the integration will be done with respect to dx only, not in terms of other variables. Okay. Now there is any doubt regarding your differential entropy. This is the differential entropy. Is there any doubt? So this type of proof will come. I think there is a 1 to numerical source is there in your assignment. Okay, next we will go move for the information capacity law. So already we find out the what is the capacity of a channel. Do you remember that expression? C equal to, what is the expression of a capacity of a channel? Do you remember or not? Forgot? All of you forget, na? Anyone have remember? Okay. Basically, C equal to B into log 1 plus SNR. Okay. So, what is that expression? Definitely should be in somewhere over there. Okay. So that is the basically the expression we find out from there. And if we simplify this thing, we got, where is that final expression? Basically, from there we can get C equal to B into log 2 base 1 plus this term is basically your signal power by noise power. Okay, so it will be your SNR. It will give us the SNR. Anyway, so now solve that numerical regarding this. Okay, so this is the question, how to solve it. Try to solve it. Simple examples is there, and already I told about the expression. So a voice grid channel of the telephony network has a bandwidth of 3.4 kilohertz. Okay, and calculate the information capacity of the telephony channel for a signal to noise ratio of 30 dB. Okay, so how to calculate? What information do we have? As I told, information capacity, channel capacity, C equal to B into log 2 base 1 plus SNR. So here the B bandwidth B is given and the SNR value is given, and we need to calculate the C value. Okay, one more thing over here, the SNR value given in that expression C equal to, in this expression C equal to log 2 base 1 plus SNR, that SNR value is the normal SNR, not in dB. Okay, so now what you have to do first, you have to convert the 30 dB into the normal value. So 30 dB into normal value, what should be the value? Tell me.
Sir, 31.62.
31.62 nahi. dB to normal means how to convert dB scale to normal scale. So basically, when we get any dB value, suppose we have a expression of say power. Okay, so in that case, how to express in dB?
20 log of that quantity.
20 log of 10 log 10 base that quantity. And on thing you have to remember, I think when you study in this control system, that time you use the dB over there. So the thing is that when we take 20 log 10 base x or 10 log x 10 base x, there are two disposition is there, two condition is there. In those condition, which expression we should take, it's depend on that. So if you see, when you converting a variable means value into dB, two expression will be there. One expression 20 log 10 base x, another expression 10 log 10 base x. Okay, so basically when we just consider normal like your voltage or current and equivalent single dimension, in that case we take 20. When we calculate the power, so that means VI, double I means VI, VA square, whatever this term is there, in that case we take the 10 log 10 base this. Now 30 equal to log 30 equal to 10 log 10 base x, and we need to find out the value of x. So x will be 10 to the power 3. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All of you got na? 30
Sir, why?
means, yes,
Sir, why are we using 10 log 10? Why not 20 log 10?
that's I told right now. The reason is that, so as I told, when we convert any variable's value into dB, there is a two expression. One first expression is your 20 log 10 base, that variable means x, the quantity. second expression equal to 10 log 10 base that quantity x. Okay. So now when we take the 20, when there is a single dimension like your voltage and current, when you want to convert the voltage, normal voltage value into dV, in that time you will take 20 log 10 base that quantity. Okay. But when you take the energy or power, in that case, what you have to take? You have to take 10 base this, because you see the reason is that previously 20 log 10 base say V is there. Okay. So now if we replace the V in terms of P, so it will be square. Suppose that you just leave, we consider the P equal to V square. Okay. R is the constant, we are leaving the R. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if we consider P equal to V square, and now V square, what was there? The initial, as you know, the expression for your 20 log 10 base V. So in place of V, we can, when we put the equivalent value of P, that is square root of P. Square root of P means 1 by 2 will come first. We can take out the square root. So 20 by 2 log 10 base P. Can we write that? So these
Yes,
two
sir.
cancelled and 10 will be remaining. So that's why when there is a product terms, we normally consider the 10 log 10 base the P or noise, whatever, when we calculate the power. And when the normal voltage or current is there, in that case, we consider 20. Okay. So in that way, you can calculate it. Now tell me what is the capacity, channel capacity over there. Already I told, and no, definitely, since it is in kilohertz, you have to first consider in the hertz scale, normal scale. Okay. So what is the equivalent value of this? So bandwidth be equal to 3.4 kilohertz, it is given, and the receiver SNR equal to 30 dB, which is equivalent to your 10 to the 3. Okay. And now from the channel capacity, we know C equal to B into log 2 base 1 plus SNR. Okay. Now B we already know 3.4 into 10 to the 3 log 2 base 1 plus SNR. And if we put this value, finally we'll get 3.9 kbps. What is the meaning the kbps over here? Anyone?
Kilobits per second.
Kilobits or bytes?
Bit, sir.
Bits, sir.
Okay, correct. So when there is a small b, it will be bits. When there is a capital B, it will be the byte. Kilobyte per second when the B is capital. When B is small, it is kilobits per second. Is that clear? I think all of you know about this. Okay. So now the second question, calculate the minimum signal to noise ratio required to support information transmitting through the telephonic channel at the rate of 9600 bits per second. So in that case, what is there given? C is given, B is given. We have to find out the SNR value over there. What is the value of C? This is the C value, and B value already is given. So we can calculate the some mistake, I think. It's just a minute. Mistake is there. From where I take that question? Okay. It will be this value. It will be actually the either you can consider this is equal to 480 or you can consider this value is equal to 960. Okay, some mistaken is there. So now in that case, if we consider this value equal to 480, 4800 bits per second, 4.8 kbps. Okay, so in that case, what should be the value? That is the expression, and finally we can write this expression equal to this. So you can calculate. Okay, all of you writing these numericals, na? Today I will check also, like your last class. Okay. Now there is a next problem. Okay. So this is the problem, you solve it. Same formula you have to use, whatever the formula is over there. Okay. We have to use. So before using this formula, you have to do one thing. You have to require some little bit of calculation before putting all those value into this equation. Okay. Okay, solve it. We have 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I hope within 5 minutes you will be able to complete it. What is the value of C? Anyone?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, 10 to the power 3 into 10 to the power 5, again multiplied by 30.
10 to the power 3 into
10 to the
10 to
power
the power 5. Again
into
multiply with into
30.
30. Okay, this is not correct. Anyone else?
So 9 into 10 power 7.
9 into 10 to the power 7. 9 into 10 to the power 7. So you 7 you got 10 to the power 5 into 10 into 30, like that.
So
So you
there are 30 forms per second, and for each frame there are 3 into 10 power 5 elements. Then we can do the calculation is 9 into 10 power 6, and
yes.
there are 10 distinct brightness level for each element. So we can just multiply by 10.
That first two thing is the correct. Second portion you did a little bit mistake over there.
Sir, 9 into 10 to the power 5.
9 into 10 to the power 5, sir.
And anything else with that?
9 into 10 to the power 5. 9 into 10 to the power 5.
9 into 10 to the power 5. Okay, let me explain. Okay, so one thing is that what is there? A black and white television pictures may be viewed as a consisting of approximately this number of elements, and each of which may occupy one of 10 distinct brightness level with equal probability. So now thing is that when we discuss about the entropy, we have seen that if there are n number of random variables is there and all are equal probability, in that case we can assign same bit for all the symbols. So the thing is that since there are 10 levels, how many bits is required to represent a single level? We need to calculate that on. So when we do the quantization, that time we discussed what should be the number of bits. So when you calculating the capacity of the channel, we need to find out how many bits we are transmitting. So since there is a 10 levels is there, and all the symbol elements have the equal probability, that means we can represent a level by the how many number of bits? Bolo, tell me. What is the relation between the level L and number of bits N?
N is equal to log 2L.
Log 2L. So the thing is that we need to find out the N value from there. N equal to log 2 10. Is that clear?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is the number of bits required for a single element. Okay, now you see how many elements is there in a picture. 3 into 10 to the 5. So that means in a picture, how many bits is there? 3 into 10 to the 5 into log 2 base 10. Okay. Now, how many pictures is coming in on second? The frame per second is there. 30. That means 30 will be multiplied with the previous terms. So now we can see this is the expression for your number of bits we are transmitting. So final expression will be this. Okay. In a single picture, we are transmitting this number of bits. When there is a transmission rate is there, that means 30 frames is there, we need to multiply the 30. So we are how many bits we are transmitting? 9 into 10 to the 6 logs 2 base 10 bits per second. Okay. Is there any doubt?
So number of bits will be fraction, so shouldn't we round off those?
So for the time being, you can consider the fraction, but basically on an average we are calculating. The thing is that, so definitely suppose there are 10 levels. If we want to take exact number of bits, means integer number of bits for representing a level. Okay. So in that case, the number of levels it should be power of 2 to the power x, 2 to the power of 2. Okay. So like your 2, 4, 8, then 16, 32 like that. In that case, the terms will be the exact integer number. But thing is that we are calculating the information like your entropy value. So when the entropy value is calculating, the what is the information is there, but how many bits is there. So normally using the log, this term we are calculating basically information, how many information is there over these 10 levels. Okay. We are not talking about the how many bits we are transmitting, because you see, definitely when it's see in the channel encoding, we have seen we add some extra bit along with the your normal bits. Okay. So number of bits will be more over there, but we don't know which coding system, channel coding we are using. That's why what we are doing over here, that we are considering the only the exact value, minimum number of bits is required. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now you got this term, and similarly already I told what is the value of the SNR of 30 dB. That's equal to, you have to express in normal SNR value. This is SNR value in dB. and normal SNR value, it will be 10 to the power 3. So you have all the terms. C, you have SNR. Now you have to calculate the value of B. Now tell me what is the value of B?
Three megahertz.
The channel capacity is that 3. Is it coming 3?
2.9.
Megahertz, yes.
Yes, sir. 3
Yes, sir.
megahertz.
It is coming 3 kilohertz in my case. Am I did any mistake over there?
Sir, it is megahertz.
Acha, tell me one thing. So this is the expression, okay? So 9 into 10 to the power 6, log 2 base 10, log 2 base say 1000. If we take log 2 base 1000, and so what should be this expression? Equivalent value, these two terms, log 10 by log 2 base 1001. What is the equivalent value of that?
That's 1/3.
1 by 3. It's
Yes, sir.
not be 1 by 3, because you see this is not log 10 base. Log is base 2, not 10.
So we can use that log
So
property.
both numerator and denominator, when we will divide, it will be 1/3. Log 2 base 10 means log base 2 10 by log base 2000 will be 1/3. And 10 power 6 is there as
No, that's
the
you are
power.
telling. Suppose we are just forgetting 9 into 10 to the power 6. Only two terms is there, log 2 base 10 by log 2 base 1000. Okay, so that times how we can write this thing, log 10 base 1 by 1000 or log 1000. What value we write?
So if you consider
So we would be writing as log
1001 as approximately 1000, but we can write 1000 as 10 to the power 3, and 3 times log 10 is 2.
Your voice
So-
is not clear. Your voice is not clear. There is a
So,
noise.
so just consider 1001 as approximately 1000, like that. It will come 9 to 10 to the power 6 divided by 3.
Actually, if I do in the different way, okay. So simple way I am doing. So 10 to the power 3 is here. 3 we can take. So this will be cancelled. 3 into 10 to the power 6. So 3 mega around 3 megahertz. It will be 3 megahertz, I think. Around.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
3
Yes.
megahertz.
Because we can do that way. 3. So 3 into 3, 9. So these 3 we can take in the power of 10 to the power 3. So it will become the log 2 base 1000 by log 2 base 1000. So it will be cancelled, and what will remaining 3 into 10 to the power 6. So that means this is your megahertz. Okay, not kilohertz. It is your megahertz. Approximately 3 megahertz. Okay.